Good day to you all. Karen here from 751 Earth. Today, we are incredibly privileged to host a fireside conversation with Nikola Tesla. The answers you will hear are based on historical archives, reflecting Tesla's known ideas and tone faithfully. Good evening, Dr. Tesla.
The pleasure is mine. Few things are more agreeable than quiet conversation and a good fire.
Let's begin at the beginning. In your view, what was the single life experience that shaped the man and inventor you became?
You ask which single experience most shaped me. I would say it was not one moment, but two forces working together. The first was the death of my brother Dane, a brilliant boy, lost when I was still very young. That loss left me with a sense that I must justify my survival. The second was my mother. I watched her hands create tools from nothing. From her, I learned the mind, properly disciplined, can accomplish what seems impossible. Whether that is a blessing or a burden, I leave others to judge.
Many people are fascinated by your way of working. Could you describe, in everyday terms, what your inner inventive process actually feels from the inside?
When I conceive an idea, it appears before my mind's eye as a complete three-dimensional object. I can rotate it, disassemble it, change dimensions, and run it under imaginary load. Only when the mental machine operates flawlessly do I permit myself to build the physical version. The inner world and the outer world are, for me, one continuous workshop.
If someone knew only your inventions and nothing of your private life, what do you think they would correctly understand about you, and what would they miss?
They would see my longing for harmony and efficiency, but what they would not see is the cost, the years of solitude, the sense of being ahead of my time and therefore always alone.
For our audience, can you describe your most reliable source of inspiration?
Nature, always nature, lightning splitting the sky, the rotation of Earth. I observed a waterfall and thought, that is power waiting to be harnessed. Inspiration also comes from what I can call flashes. I do not claim to understand the mechanism. I only know that when I am quiet, these flashes come.
That is incredibly interesting. So, do you experience an emotional response to the universe and an intellectual one?
When I contemplate the universe, its structure, its laws, I feel reverence. The universe is not chaos, it is not random. Every phenomenon follows principles so elegant they could almost be called musical. We can decode the language in which the universe is written. That fills me not with pride, but with gratitude. We are part of the cosmos, not separate. It is not alien. It is home.
Thinking about time and how it shapes our choices, how do you view the era you lived in? Was it an age of progress?
I lived in an age of tremendous promise, badly applied. We mastered chemistry, metallurgy, mechanics. We could light entire cities. And yet, we use these gifts to build better weapons, to enrich a few at the expense of many. This is progress in power without progress in wisdom, as if we have given a child a loaded gun. My hope is that invention will eventually force understanding that when energy is cheap and abundant, human beings will no longer have reasons to fight. Yet that hope may take centuries.
Of all the misconceptions and misunderstandings people have had about your work, which would you like to correct?
People treat electricity as a commodity to profit. They do not understand that it is a manifestation of the fundamental structure of the universe. It is one expression of a deeper unity.
In your honest opinion, what gives you hope about humanity and what gives concern?
What gives me hope is that human beings keep trying. I have met laborers who saved for years for their children and scientists who work simply for the pursuit of truth. That dedication will save us. What concerns me is ego, pride, the tendency to see ourselves as separate from others. This is a delusion. We are all connected. Until people see that, we will make the same mistakes. The hardest thing has been to see clearly and yet be unable to convince others. I built Wardenclyffe to prove wireless power was possible. I was abandoned. Watching a great possibility die was my deepest test. I would tell my younger self, be gentler with yourself. You do not have to prove your worth every single day. You have already justified your existence. I would want it said that Nikola Tesla worked so that the human mind might gain greater mastery over the forces of nature, for the benefit and uplift of all humanity. That is enough. I am content.
Thank you for joining this conversation. Tesla has reminded us that technology makes us powerful, but our character determines if that power is used for good. Good evening, and may your ideas light the way forward.